Piece Babes! If you like dabbling, crafting, sewing, and upcycling, then you've come to the right place. Today we're upcycling an old sweater to make a cute Christmas stocking. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut about an inch above the hemline. I took my old stocking and I made a pattern out of a paper bag. Now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to line the top of the pattern up with the bottom of the sweater, and then I'm going to pin it so that I can cut through both layers to get both the front and the back sides of the stocking. Now while I'm here with the scissors, I'm just going to cut the bottom of the sleeve for the little part that hangs the stocking. Now I have heavy-duty fusible interfacing. I'm going to do the stocking facing one way, and then I'm going to flip the stocking over and do the other side, because this shiny side is the side that you iron on, and you don't want to have two of the same one, otherwise it won't iron on. And again, while I'm here with the scissors, I'm going to cut out 2 more stockings with some light cotton-ish fabric. Now I'm going to iron on my interfacing to the inside of my stocking, shiny sides facing down. The interfacing is to make sure that the sweater material doesn't stretch, but it also bunches when I put it on here, so I just stretch it out to the edges of the interfacing so that it's as close to the same shape of it as possible. So I'm just pressing and holding for about 8 to 10 seconds. So I'm just going to trim both sides so that they match up as evenly as possible, so that I can make sure that when I'm sewing that I am getting both sides of the stocking together so that I don't have holes. Now I'm going to put the 2 right sides together and I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to sew around all of the edges except for the top. Now I can turn this right sides out. It'll be a little bit difficult because the interfacing is so thick. I guess you can do this with light interfacing as well. I just wasn't sure which one to get at the store, so I thought heavy was a good option, and it seems to work great. So see how cute? It turned out so perfect. Now I'm gonna sew my 2 lining pieces together. Now I can just stick my lining sock right inside of my stocking, because we want the inside to be pretty, because you won't see in between the stocking and the lining. And then you just line it up as good as you can, as best as you can. The top. Now I'm going to take that bottom part of the sweater that we cut off at the beginning, and I'm going to line it up here at the top of my stocking, and I'm going to cut it about the same length, maybe even just a little bit shorter because it does stretch, as the top of my stocking. And then I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to sew the right sides together. Now I'm going to turn my cuff right side out, and I'm going to put the bottom of the sweater on the inside of both my lining and my stocking, and I'm going to line them up better than this. Well, I just sewed all the way around the top after pinning it, and now I'm going to make sure that it looks right by turning it all the way inside out. We want the hem on the inside so you can't see it. And so now we have this nice lining inside of our stocking, but we need a hanger. So we're going to flip that back out, and before we do anything more with that, we're going back to our sleeve cuff. I'm just gonna cut this open like that, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm just gonna sew along the edge. So I'm gonna stick my safety pin in here, just in the one side. Maybe I'll do it through the hem if it doesn't rip or something. And then you close it and you stick this part of it down inside the hole. And then you can just scoot it all the way through, and it will pull this side of the sweater material to the other side and turn it inside out. So I think a little tug. This sweater was like brand new. It's still starchy.
Cut it right up.
Yeah, I did. Nobody else wanted it. They got there before us. messy, and then eventually the other end comes out. It gets a little bit easier to pull through. I'm just gonna iron it flat before I do anything else to it. I'm gonna cut this to about 5 or 6 inches, and then I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm gonna stick this inside, and then I'm gonna put it up against the back side of my stocking and pin it in place. This is honestly the hardest part of this whole process. And then I'm just gonna stick it in here, and I'm gonna put it on a zigzag stitch so that I can leave the pin in there without breaking my needle. And then I'm just gonna sew like a crazy person because I don't actually know exactly where it is. I just know it's close to my pin.
Oh, wife.
What?
I'm tired. I'm keeping up too late.
What time is it?
It's 12:14.
No, it's not. You're the one that told me.
Don't you look?
Told me to start this project.
I thought you were gonna stop.
Yeah, I thought I was too. But I got one done. It's super cute.
All the way down?
Except for the buttons. Cute! So here's what we're looking at. These are our finished socks. Skylar's, mine, and Indy's. I didn't have enough sweater, so I used the back of the sweater for the top portion of it. And originally I was planning on doing a scarf, and I've also got these buttons here, and so I was gonna do this. But you guys let me know what you think. What we decided to do, we're just gonna do 2 buttons like this, and then I can just pop them off and put a scarf on later if I decide to do that. I could do a whole video just on sewing the buttons onto the stockings. I tried everything, but I won't bore you. Basically what I decided to do is sew around the button, not in the stocking, and then glue the butt with the thread already on it onto the sock. That was the easiest and fastest way to do it. So if you liked this video or found it at all helpful, go ahead and thump that like button, and if you're new here, then don't forget to thump that subscribe button as well. Peace, babes!